going to be reading a little bit of my life book. I'm doing Her Substitute Husband, His Brothers. And of course, I was supposed to be doing this yesterday, well, officially like a couple hours ago, but I've been really busy. So, as you can see, I am doing a live book on my website. If you don't know who I am, I'm Sylvia Hubbard, and I'm trying to be quiet because it's late at night and I don't want to wake up the house. So, that's why. But releasing in a couple of days is chapter 23 and 24. We are in the mix of things. So the story is about Tori, who does a marriage, a fake marriage, to her high school crush, well, her teenage crush, Sean, and she gets involved with his three brothers, well, his two brothers, and him. So it's like a reverse harem with um, kind of a suspense, deceit element going on with their family drama and all of that. So we are going to read a little bit of it. Let me see. So we're in chapter 23. If you're an engaged reader, premium reader, or member of the site, you can continue to read up to chapter 21. And then engaged reader, you can apply for free, but there are some things you have to do to be an engaged reader. And then there's the premium reader where you only pay $6.99 and you get the full story. You get to read it as I write it, and then that'll be $6.99. And at the end, you'll get the full ebook. And then there's the membership where you pay $3 a month. So I'm going to read chapter 23 that is coming up. I think it's supposed to be released in an hour. So yeah, get on that. You can visit my site at sylviahubbard.com, and then you can click on the free story or go into the blog and then just start clicking through, and you can get to the main book. And I'll post it down in the comments if you're listening to this on the replay. Coming down the steps with the deacon on her arm, Tori's resolve was absolute in her decision to let the chips fall where they may. Each step solidified her decision, and damn if she didn't feel better about the time she got to the bottom of the steps. Worry gone, guilt gone. I think all eyes are on you, the deacon whispered to her. Immediately her eyes scanned the crowd, and Tori saw eyes on Sean, Duncan, and Kevin, dressed in tuxedos, standing tall as if no one else seemed to be in the room. She suddenly felt as though she was floating, letting the deacon guide her over to Sean. Thank you for the honor of letting me have a moment with your fiancé, Deacon Matthew said, placing her hand in Sean's hand. I couldn't refuse, Sean said, pulling her by his side possessively and kissing her forehead. Tori's senses were in a tizzy, seeing how damn handsome all three of them were, and she probably still smelled like Kevin from her recent romp with him. Her body was now craving Duncan and Sean to top off her night. How was she going to pull that off? Tori couldn't think much about that dilemma as she watched. All eyes seemed to eat her up, and she blushed from the adoring gaze. The crowd, the room, the reality seemed to disappear as she beheld each one of their lustful looks, separated but individually, as her sexual power ruled over them. These men were going to drive her all the way to hell, and she was going to enjoy the ride. So that's an excerpt from chapter 23. I'm really proud about this story because I'm really getting into the different emotions that she has for each brother. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but since it is a polyamorous relationship story, she is exploring her options, and she's taking it one brother at a time. Hey guys, so if you just missed it, I just read part 23, chapter 23 of my story I am working on Her Substitute Husband, His Brothers, and you can read it live on my website at sylviahubbard.com. You just go and click and then go into the blog, and you can start reading the story as I write it. We are on chapter 23, but 1 through 21 is all free, and you can read it, and then you have to become either an engaged reader or premium reader or a member of the site. and all options are open. There are four more slots available as an engagement reader, and that's actually for a free engagement reader. But there's things that you have to do in order to be an engaged reader. And then there's the premium reader, which is $6.99, and then there is the membership that you can get from the site. So if you guys want to continue this story, if you want to read more of Her Substitute Husband, His Brothers, you can check it out on my website. So I just wanted to jump in here and kind of say hello, and I wanted to stick to my promise of going live at least twice a week. So this is my second time this week, so I'm doing pretty good. And I want you guys to thank you for your support for my literary endeavors. And yeah, check out the book. And of course, if you're looking for Delilah's Desire, it is going to be released November 1st. We moved the date from October 1st to November 1st because of editing problems. And I'm sorry about that, but Part 1 and Part 2 are still available on Kindle Unlimited. That's Delilah's Desire. And then I'm going to be coming out with a Halloween treat called Her Blood Kiss. So check that out. Follow me, and then you'll find out more information. So you guys have a great day.